Hello and welcome to the Palmore Institute video lesson series. My name is Lowell and today I want to introduce you to the Palmore TOEFL Junior class. In this video, we will review the grading for the class, we'll review some basic elements of the TOEFL test, and I'll give you some advice on how to prepare for the TOEFL test in order to get a better score. First of all, for this class, let's take a quick look at the textbook. The textbook in this course currently is Building Skills for the TOEFL IBT Beginning, 2nd edition. As for the grading in this class, attendance is worth 10% of your grade. Homework essays will be worth 40% of your grade. There will be 5 essays assigned during the course. And also you'll be assigned some vocabulary tasks, 1 each week. They will be worth 20% of your grade. And classwork, participation, and performance will be worth 30% of your grade. As for the TOEFL test itself, as some of you may know, the TOEFL stands for the Test of English as a Foreign Language. It is an internet-based test designed to assess the abilities of test takers to use and understand English at the university level. It's used to evaluate your reading, listening, speaking, and writing skills to perform academic tasks. The test is typically taken by students who wish to study abroad, colleges or universities where English is the primary language of instruction. However, some test takers can use it to evaluate their English academic skills for other purposes. There have been a few changes to the most recent version of the TOEFL test. For the reading section, the number of passages remains the same. You'll have 3 to 4 reading passages. However, the previous version had 12 to 14 questions for each passage. The new version has 10 questions each. And they've reduced the time from 60 to 80 minutes in the previous version of the test down to 54 to 72 minutes for the reading section. For the listening section, it's been shortened a bit. It used to be 4 to 6 lectures followed by 6 questions each and 2 to 3 conversations with 5 questions each. However, now the number of lectures has been reduced. You'll hear only 3 to 4 lectures with the same number of questions and 2 to 3 conversations with 5 questions each. So it's been shortened from 60 to 90 minutes down to 41 to 57 minutes. For the speaking section, it's been reduced as well. It used to be 6 tasks. Now it is down to 4 tasks. It used to have 2 independent tasks, but now it's been shortened to just 1 independent task. And the old version used to have 4 integrated speaking tasks. Now it only has 3 integrated tasks. So it's been shortened by about 3 minutes, from 20 minutes down to 17 minutes. As for the writing section, it still remains the same with 2 tasks taking a total of 50 minutes. You'll have an integrated task and an independent task. As for the score, it remains the same with 0 to 30 points for each section for a grand total of 120 points. Basically, most universities, if you're an exchange student, they'll want you to have a score of at least 80 or 90 to get into a bachelor's degree program, but check with the institution that you wish to apply for. Each university has their own policies regarding TOEFL scores. As for the writing section, for advice, practice writing letters, sending emails, and taking notes in English. Try to use new vocabulary words and expressions in your writing. Practice writing 4 to 5 paragraph essays with the aim of writing 300 words or more within 30 minutes. And as you'll see from the presentation, there's a list of 182 topics to practice from. And practice your typing skills in English. But remember that when you take the real test The word processing program does not include a spell checking function or grammar checking function. So with that in mind, when you're practicing at home, it's not a bad idea to write your first draft in pencil or pen on a piece of paper and then check it later and type it out and see if you've made any mistakes. For the listening section, practice listening to radio programs, radio news programs, TV programs, especially documentaries and news programs, and movies in English. I also recommend that you watch TED Talks, particularly on academic topics, and practice taking notes on the main ideas. Compare your notes with the English transcripts and then check the translations to see how well you were able to understand the main ideas and details. While listening to English language media, pay attention to how pauses and intonation are used to organize passages, emphasize important information, and indicate transitions. Also try to identify the reasons why speakers mention certain points. For the reading section, practice reading academic English as much as possible. You can use the internet to find a wide range of academic articles and build a basic foundation of academic vocabulary by studying academic vocabulary lists such as the one mentioned in the presentation below. And keep a vocabulary notebook listing new words and their definitions. You can also make flashcards to review any new words, and you can use paper flashcards or smartphone applications, whatever works best for you. For the speaking section, practice for the independent speaking task by using the list of topics from the writing section noted above, and give yourself 15 seconds to prepare and 45 seconds to speak. For integrated tasks 3 and 4, you'll have 45 seconds to read a passage and take notes, 1 to 2 minutes to listen to a conversation or lecture and take notes, 30 seconds to prepare, and 60 seconds to speak. You can use some of the example tasks from the ETS website listed in the presentation to practice. For integrated task types 5 and 6, you will listen to a 1 to 2 minute conversation or lecture and take notes. Take 30 seconds to prepare and 60 seconds to speak. Use the example tasks from the PDF listed above. As for the homework in the TOEFL junior class at Palmore, please choose 20 new words or phrases that you learned from each class in the textbook or from the academic vocabulary list mentioned above, and write the definitions, synonyms, antonyms, and example sentences. You can use example sentences from the dictionary to give you ideas about how to use the word or phrase, but don't copy them. Try to think of your own original sentences that will help you remember the meanings of the words. Every other week, you'll be assigned an essay topic. Please write a 300-word or more, 4 to 5 paragraph essay, and time yourself to 30 minutes. After your first draft is returned to you, please make corrections and write a second draft. Ideally, you should type this draft. Final thoughts. Vocabulary is one of the most important aspects to focus on when studying for the TOEFL. Make sure that you are consistently learning new words and phrases. Make sure to review any of the new words and phrases that you learn. The TOEFL is a very difficult test and can even be difficult for some native English speakers. Keep this in mind, but don't let it discourage you. Make sure you bring an electronic or paper dictionary to class. And last of all, I wish you good luck and thank you for watching. Feel free to leave comments below.